Hello, and welcome back to the next part of the White Album 2 official guidebook reading. So we've made it down to pretty much this is the characters' outfits section. So it's going to go over the profiles, which are shown when the characters are talking, but not necessarily a CG of them. And there are a bunch of different outfits to look at, which is really fun. So even just starting off right here, we have Haruki and Takeya. Haruki in his Koda outfit, and then we get to see Takeya throughout the ages. Introductory chapter, he had kind of the messy schoolboy hair. Moving into closing chapter, it's pretty much exactly the same hair. There's a little bit different. There are a few wisps added. If you look at the bottom left of his hair, you can see that one big hook. And then in the next one, there's like a lot more different strands on his left-hand side, slightly longer and fuller. And then the Takeya and Koda has it more brushed out. It looks a little bit less host-like, like in the host clubs, some of the guys have that messy longer hair. Now he looks like still a host, but he looks like a refined host. Interesting to see the changes there. Business suit, school uniform, plain clothes, business suit. Going down to Setsuna. So, of course, on the left is the Setsuna where we first meet her in her school uniform. Then we have a school uniform B. And she has that pink scarf, which is so cute and is actually pictured on the cover of one of the White Album 2 CDs. Plain clothes, adorable. Yukata. Love it. I wish that her CG of her in the yukata wasn't crying, but I guess we take what we can get. Look how many of these look sad. Her disguise. Disguise Setsuna, again, hands down, my favorite Setsuna. So beautiful. Stage costume and the hakama. Look at all the good memories, even just looking at the clothing brings back. So incredible. Love Setsuna with glasses. Someday, I don't wish anyone's eyesight to go bad, but I hope Setsuna ends up wearing glasses as she gets older. Motion pattern is fun because these are all of the different poses that they have while in the same outfit. Because of course, they want to show expressiveness in the characters depending on what kind of speech they are doing. Love it. So interesting to see these things. And then we get to Koda. Oh my god, it's like a dress down, okay, right? On the left is her kind of typical outfit. Then it's her typical outfit with a coat. And then she removes the coat. And then she just kind of removes everything and she's in a bath towel. Which they shaded just right to match her skin tone. So it almost looks like she's not wearing anything at all. I love her coat, though. That pink coat, I feel like that would take some courage to wear because it is very bright. But if you can pull it off, it looks amazing. This is the sad version of the pink coat. The happy version of the plain clothes. And, Setsuna was never really that happy in her bath towel to begin with, so... poor girl. Motion pattern. So cute. Every expression brings back so many memories. There was just obviously they reuse the expressions for different scenes, but like, man, the middle one. I just think of the park. I think back to the park when she just wanted Haruki to yell at her, and he wouldn't. Then she's big angry because they couldn't communicate properly like adults. Adults are not psychic, and neither are children. You can't expect them to know what you want. You have to use your words. Adorable. I love the live costume one. Listen, that is so pretty. One of the rarest shirts from White Album 2 is actually that live costume shirt. It came as a set with the shirt and the scarf. Really, really cool. So random. If I saw that in a secondhand shop, I mean, obviously, like, I would know what it was. Like a Goodwill kind of shop in Japan. I would know what it was and I would buy it. But if I wasn't a White Album 2 fan and I saw that, I'd just be like, that's a funky English t-shirt. But I wouldn't think anything of it. But now I want it. I really want it. Love her in the business suit. That looks so nice. She looks so cute. I can see why she does well at the office. When you're working with clients and you're a beautiful woman, people are gonna, well, actually, no, I shouldn't say that. It could go one of two ways. One, they don't take you seriously. Or two, they go easier on you because you're beautiful. I'm absolutely not saying it is easier to live life as a woman. But in Setsuna's case, it's easier to live as a beautiful woman than a not so gifted woman. And the motion pattern. I love her angry, like, fists clasped expression. And then moving on to some Kazusa. So we have Kazusa in the schoolgirl uniform, and then her costume. I love it when she takes her coat off. This doesn't happen very often in the game, but when it does, it's very nice. Her plain clothes A, with her nice sweater, and her yukata. She doesn't necessarily look very happy in the yukata either, but she looks like kind of drunk and worn out rather than straight up sad like Setsuna does. Lingerie, which it's not even lingerie, it's just a shirt. They should have just called it shirt. Plain clothes B with her beautiful scarf. Again, they should sell all the White Album 2 scarves as a bundle. How cool would that be? That would be so fun. And the stage costume. Motion, look at her motion pattern. It's so much more expressive than Setsuna's. Maybe not expressive, but like look at her outstretched arm. Huge and tall, by the way. Her kick, one of the prettiest standstill expressions in the game, hands down. So gorgeous. And then her, well, I wouldn't say altogether incognito outfit, but part of it anyway. Her in Coda. Now, plainclothes B, if you've seen my playthrough of the game, I hate this. I don't know why her sweater is like pulled down below her boob. Like, that's not how sweaters work. That's not how this would look unless she purposely pulled it down, in which case it would just look silly. I really don't like the neck of the sweater at all. This one's kind of no, I would still just call this shirt. Pajamas is sad because they are not actually Kazusa's pajamas. They are Setsuna's. Disguise. I love yukata. At nicer hot springs and onsen in Japan, they will give you a yukata to wear so that when you come out of the bath, you can just put on the yukata and relax in the lounge. Usually they have like massage chairs, foot massagers, actual masseurs, I think it's called. So you can actually get a massage from someone. You can watch TV. You could order food in the restaurant. So much fun. If you come to Japan, 100%, you gotta do it. Put it on your bucket list. It's so nice. And speaking of nice, we have Kazusa in her concert dress, which is absolutely stunning. Down to Kazusa's motion pattern, and the middle one. Why did that make it into the game? Why wasn't someone like, hey, why does she have weird little baby hands? Like, literally, was nobody in the department concerned about how odd this looks? Did nobody think twice and be like, oh, like Nakamura-san, I'm sorry to have to say this, but she has little baby hands, you know? It's just, it always takes me out of the scene in whatever it shows up in. Hate it. But then we move on to Koharu. So we're going to see the side heroines now, who have a bit fewer costumes because obviously they weren't in the introductory chapter and they aren't in Coda. But here they are in the closing chapter, and they do have a decent variety of outfits. Koharu starting with the school uniform, which is fitting since that's how Kazusa and Setsuna started out. But then she has a few more. She has a scarf, again, plug in my scarf idea. I should write to Aquaplus. I should be like, I have a wonderful idea, and it would be so cheap. And you could sell you would sell so many scarves. Goodies uniform, adorable. Oh, I just saw this in the news. The restaurant which Goodies was like modeled after, forget the name off the top of my head, but it was like an old pie shop. It was pie, like a pie cafe, basically, an American style pie cafe. It's closing. It's closing down at the end of August 2022. So depending on when you hear this video, it might already be closed. But yeah, the final branch of that restaurant is closing down, which is so sad. No more Goodies uniform. Another scarf. Beautiful, by the way. This might be my favorite scarf in the game. Plain clothes. And wearing Haruki's jacket, which is so cute. And she looks like a know-it-all in that pose, which I love. Her motion pattern. Usually happy, sometimes surprised, sometimes embarrassed and crying. The full range of emotions. And then we move on to Chiaki. Beautiful, wonderful Chiaki. Oh, her outfits are so varied because her character is just all over the place in terms of who she really is. Her skimpy outfit, her school uniform, which you only see if you go back and replay introductory chapter after clearing Chiaki normal. I was like, Koharu? It's not Koharu. Chiaki normal. It's like parents who have a bunch of kids and then they call their kids the wrong kid's name. That's how I feel about them sometimes. Her theatrical costume A. Her Setsuna outfit. Always made me wonder, like, why did she choose to match her own hair color? Why did she not just wear a wig? But then again, I guess it doesn't have to be one-to-one. They don't have to know it's Setsuna Ogi, so it is an anonymous play, supposedly. Plain clothes C. Look at her. She did her hair and everything. Looks so cute. Her bath towel scene, where she is looking significantly happier than Setsuna was while wearing it. And then her Kazusa outfit, which I'll just go ahead and say it, she doesn't pull it off even close to how Kazusa did it. I love Chiaki, but this doesn't suit her. It really was made to suit Kazusa. And her expressiveness, which I find super adorable. Oh my god, I just love Chiaki. She's so... she's fun. She's adorable. She is versatile. She's curvy in a good way. Beautiful, beautiful girl. I love the middle one. Her little shocked, like, face. And down to Madison. Gorgeous woman. So we have her business outfit, which is arguably my favorite on the left. Love it. Feel like it really matches her hair and eyes and overall personality. Mari has another scarf. I'm just saying, they could sell all of them. Business suit B1 and B3. Beautiful coat. Her plain clothes, which is so silly. As for like pajamas, it still looks semi-formal. Like, why do you need an undershirt and an overshirt if you're just going to bed? Just put on like regular PJs. I guess they don't have to be PJs, but like, she was wearing them in the hotel room with Sawako, with her friend, so pretty sure she wore them as PJs. They are cute though. Her motion pattern, where she's usually standing to the side. I think they really wanted to accentuate the way her skirt moves into her tights, if you know what I mean. Like, they definitely know the audience that they were going for with Mari's character. And it's the people who like office ladies. Some of the side characters in the game, so I should say side characters, because the side heroines are finished. Io, amazing, incredible Io. I love the way they aged up Io. I think one of the best model age ups that they did was with Io. She does look young and peppy and adorable. In the middle, she just kind of looks like a tired college student. And then in the end, she does. She looks like an office woman. She looks like a working woman. A beautiful working woman, might I add. Mihoko is Mihoko. She makes me so mad. Like, just come on. Just get over it, Mihoko. Tomo, absolutely gorgeous. The disappointing thing about Tomo's, what would you call it? I guess her outfits, they didn't change a dang thing. She still looks exactly the same. And that's a shame, because they put effort into the other characters, but like literally look at her hair. It's the same. They didn't change the shading. They didn't change the wisps of hair even. Exactly the same character. Lazy. It's lazy. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I'm just irritated about that. Like, really? In 5 years, she didn't change a single bit? No, I'm not here for that. Sawako is amazing, and I love her so much. She looks so good in red and blue. She really pulls them both off well. Kazumi. Ooh, I never hear her referred to as Kazumi. It's Nakagawa. But then again, people refer to her as Nakagawa-san because that's her last name, and nobody in the game is on a first name basis with her. I'm trying to think, but I don't think her first name is ever used in the game because I don't think anybody is on that level with her. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, please let me know. But I'm thinking, and I'm like, I don't actually think anyone's called her Kazumi. She's so cute, though. Miyoko, hardworking, underrated, reminds me a lot of Io. So cute. Ako and Sayuri, so quick to throw Koharu under the bus. High school drama. It's high school drama. I'm not saying they're horrible people because we were all dumb in high school to an extent, but it doesn't make me want to re-experience a bunch of high school drama trying to play my game. And then we move on to sketches, which is so much fun because I love seeing the sketch versions. Whenever I do my doujinshi reviews, I love being able to see the sketch before they show the final product or vice versa, because you get to see, how things started and how they got to the way that they are. And just looking at Setsuna here and Kazusa. Oh my god, so cute. You can see right off that they made Setsuna look like the happy, cheery, doe-eyed girl. And then Kazusa's, she was kind of made to be the angry tsundere type of girl. Also, much thicker and bigger eyebrows. Or maybe they just shaded them in more with Kazusa's. Who knows? Really cute, though. Down to some of the other characters, Yoko Toma, who had slightly longer hair in her sketches. It actually looks longer and fuller, which is interesting. Sawako actually looks a lot like Tomo in her sketch. Look! Wait a minute. Did they just mix up those names? Because Sawako is labeled there, but then if you look on the bottom right, that's labeled Tomo. I'll have to check my copy. Because either they completely switched those characters' sketches, or they just translated it wrong and put the name in the wrong spot. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. That's interesting. Setsuna's mother and Takahiro. So cute. Setsuna's mom looks a little bit younger and more cheery in this sketch. And then in the game, they kind of lowered her eyes a little bit, made them a little bit smaller, so she looked like she was just kinder and older, which is an interesting change there. Haruki pretty much looks like the same Haruki. Io had thick as heck eyebrows. I think here she was really made to look like I don't want to say ugly girl. That's not what I mean. But I think in the final game, she came out as a much prettier and more sought after girl. But in the original sketches, my guess would be that she was really just supposed to be like a helping side character. So they didn't really care what she looked like. They didn't want to make her look too good. But then they did. Now we all want to date you. Information. A collection of info regarding pre-order and shop-exclusive bonuses with the PS3 edition, including some items that are no longer available, plus the original PC edition, soundtracks, and other fun things. Plenty of other related goods have been released, so if you want more details, check the official site. There are so many bonuses, so many extras that you can get with buying White Album 2 from different shops. If you've seen my merch reviews, you know there are literally hundreds of them. So we're going to look at a few which were included in this guidebook. Mostly specifically to the PlayStation 3 editions, but there are a few other ones which are included here as well. But again, if you're curious about all of the bonus content, I do recommend just checking out some of my other merch reviews. So starting with the PS3 edition, White Album 2, The Other Side of Happiness. Now there are two editions. The standard edition on the right-hand side. For the PS3 release, in addition to the standard edition, a premium edition was also sold that included many extras, such as a piano score, an IC card sticker set. That's for like your bus pass, your train pass, and things like that. And then on the left-hand side, we have the premium edition. Premium edition had a lot of stuff. Interesting that they don't actually say what it included, but it included... Oh, okay. Weird. I feel like these paragraphs should actually be switched. They actually described the premium edition underneath the standard edition. So you do get the stickers, the piano score, and the cover illustration, which is beautiful, by the way. The PC edition had two different editions. The PC edition of IC was released in March of 2010 and closing chapter in December 2011. Both are now being sold together as a set. Obviously, because you don't want to just play introductory chapter now that everything is out. Soundtrack CDs, Club Radio CD. All three of the original soundtracks below are currently for sale. Those who purchase all three are eligible to enter the full set bonus campaign running until the end of February 2013 for a CD including the vocal tracks and BGM that were added for the PS3 edition. To find out how to enter, check the full set bonus campaign entry card included with the White Album 2 original soundtrack, Setsuna. So, there were a lot of ways to get bonuses back in the day. Now, if you had pre-ordered the PS3 edition, you got these bonuses on the left. You get the custom theme, which is absolutely adorable. Those who pre-ordered the PS3 edition within a given time frame received a reproduction of an autograph card illustrated by Takeshi Nakamura, plus a product code for a custom PS3 theme, PS3 edition shop exclusive bonuses, a selection of bonus illustrations used in exclusive bonuses with the PS3 edition from select stores. So, if you bought from select stores, these were some things you could get, and you can check most of these out on my channel in my merchandise category: the bath stick poster, large scale poster, Tosho card, B2 tapestry, telephone card, and another telephone card. So you've seen these images reused and reused on a lot of different merch. This is specifically talking about ones which could be gotten from pre-ordering the PlayStation 3 version. If you check out the bottom right-hand side, that is volume 1 of the Fan Club Radio, which is an adorable radio program hosted by Kazusa and Setsuna's voice actresses. The first CD of the White Album 2 Club Radio show, broadcasting on Onsen Radio since August of 2012, is now available for purchase. The show is hosted by Madoka Yonezawa, the voice of Setsuna Ogiso, and Hitomi Nabatame, the voice of Kazusa Toma. The radio CD includes episodes 0 through 12, plus a special program for the CD exclusively. And then you can check out the Aqua Plus website for more goods. And this website is still going. It's not super updated, but you can see some of the older information from White Album 2, which is sometimes interesting to take a look at what has been, you know. Now this was part of a 2-page spread here. So we have Setsuna here on the left side. Really adorable. And then we're going to move on to some song lyrics, White Album and Sound of Destiny. So we'll just quickly read through these. White Album on the left. It feels like we slip further apart every day, but our feelings are always there beside us. We claim we'll be fine if we can't see each other, but we know we're just bluffing, mixed with a sigh. The treasure we left with the passing seasons is a puzzle missing its most important pieces. Just as the white snow blankets the streets, we can fill up the blanks in this album. Though the loneliness threatens to crush me beneath it, and I spend day after anxious day alone. You pat me on the shoulder, say it'll be all right, giving me courage with your smile. Even if we're apart, we have our words, and I can call myself happy. Strange, isn't it? The fleeting snow carries my secret feelings, dyeing the album's pure white pages. The treasure we left with the passing seasons is a puzzle missing its most important pieces. Just as the white snow blankets the streets, we can fill up the blanks in this album. And I've mentioned it before, but the English lyrics of the songs don't sound nearly as poignant as the Japanese does. And that just comes from, doing a direct translation of a song or any piece of art, really. It's hard to get the same eloquency that you had in the original language. And then Sound of Destiny. Captured by this shapeless thing called love, I know there is such a thing as love that stops your heart. The longing you gave me every time we met, I still believe in it. It will never fade. Unending passion that never rests. Where does it come from? Is it somewhere it sleeps? La la, the stars depict my destiny, countless shining lights. I know one thing for sure, I will never leave you. That's exactly what Haruki said to Setsuna. I close my eyes and hear my heartbeat, the proof that I'm alive. Following the rhythm, my heart beats out. I'll dance as I go, and I'll go anywhere. Even when I'm tired of hurting and being hurt, I still fall in love, a love that makes it hard to breathe. Even if a world of darkness is all that waits at the end of my path, I'll be able to keep a light in my eyes, I know. La la, the stars turn the wheel of a single flowing destiny. Dwelling in the hearts of people, strong and weak, hot and cold, touch your chest and feel your heartbeat, the proof that you're alive. Following the melody sung by the stars, I'll sing as I go, and I'll go forever. Aww. So 2 really beautiful songs, and if you're a White Album 2 fan, you probably heard them 100 times, but here's what they mean, which is interesting to know. And then the other half of the 2-page spread, we have Kazusa here in her concert outfit. And then we have 2 more songs, Twinkle Snow here on the left-hand side. We talked and talked until it got dark, beneath a winter sky that threatened snow any moment. When did it start? What is the true meaning of my wish to stay with you every time we part? Oh, it's so beautiful. Softly, snow falls and blankets the feelings of love that I found tonight. Maybe I'll find another precious feeling tomorrow. I want to show you a more brightly shining self than I did today. Oh, I really feel like they did a great job with this translation. I looked up at the flickering sky and the snow gently kissed me. If someday you find a girl, will you keep talking to me like this? You'll have to put her first eventually. What is the meaning of the way my heart rebels at the thought of you leaving me? Softly, snow falls and blankets the feelings of love that I found tonight. Maybe I'll find another feeling to make me cry tomorrow. Oh. I want to show you a more brightly shining self than I did today. I'll look up at the flickering sky and gently kiss the snow. Finding new feelings is what makes us grow up. The snow covers and protects everything until the budding season. Shining, snow falls and blankets the many feelings I found this year. When spring comes, a new me will begin to sprout, so that I can show you a more brightly shining self than I did this year. As I look up at the flickering sky, I'll wish on the snow, pray to the snow, gently kiss the snow. Such a beautiful song. Such a beautiful song about like moving forward and becoming a better version of yourself. I really, really think that's great. Even though it sounds so sad sometimes, the way Twinkle Snow has been sung in its many iterations throughout the White Album 2 CDs. And the last one of the page, after all, feelings spelled out. A flock of birds takes off from the earth. Where is my solitary heart supposed to go? I still have the kisses we softly exchanged that day, and our heartbeats as we held each other tight. The summer I spent with you, my darling, has ended. The memories I brought with me return to the sky. You were so dazzling, so kind, and I loved you. I'm still looking for that voice, that dream. Stay just a little longer, just like this. Only the lights adorning the streets on the weekend envelop my blurry heart. Lovers swaying in silhouette. Longing overtakes me before I'm aware of it. I think of the autumn I spent with you, where I can never return. Oh, these short, like, brisk romances are so sad, and you can make so many songs out of them. Of the footsteps long gone, of your hands, of tomorrow. Being happy by your side was everything. The confusion and loneliness still cast their shadow, but close, I'll forget it all, just like this. Though I call your dear name, the wind just sweeps it away, taking me far, far from the past, from that day. Someday, surely, if I wait for the winter, you'll follow your memories back to me. More than anyone, more than ever, I'll sing of you, even if the words never reach you. Feel and believe in a new time. Oh. These two songs, ironically, because the first two are featured a lot more often in White Album 2, these two songs, I feel like, God, they're so good. The lyrics, anyway, the lyrics are so good. So intense. White Album 2 official guidebook. And then the staff here. Director, writer, designer, producer, special thanks to Aquaplus, of course. And this has been published January 19th, 2013, so a while ago. Then again, of course the guide's going to come out pretty soon after the game has been completed. Final images of the heroines on the back, kind of semi-translucent in blue. They're all not looking so happy. Except Kazusa, who's happy, but like we know she's not really happy because we know what's coming later. Kazusa Toma as her angry stand-up in her school festival concert outfit. And that brings us to the back page. This was originally 2,000 yen. That's like 18 bucks, maybe 17 bucks. White Album 2, The Other Side of Happiness official guidebook. And that's all she wrote. So, holy cow, it has been a journey reading through this together. But I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the route explanations. I hope you liked seeing some of the sketches and the character outfits. I always find that fun. As well as checking into some of the bonuses which were included from the White Album 2 purchases. So, thank you very, very much for joining me on this final part of the White Album 2 guidebook readings, and I'll be back doing more White Album 2 readings in the future. So until then, hope you take care. See you!